He wasn't home for dinner. He wasn't home for breakfast. So while Jason was playing, we had Wyatt, Ellie, and Benny. Even when Jason would stay at home for training camp, it was still the only thing we got to do was like sleep next to each other in an effort for the girls to see Jason and to get to.
The bear suit theory is wild, but what if Taylor Swift really did sneak into Happy Gilmore 2? First up, fans are convinced she's the honey-loving beast about to maul Travis Kelce.
Nope, not a bear. Not a bear. God damn it, impossible!
Then, Travis and Mahomes give a sizzling sneak peek at their new steakhouse, 1587 Prime.
I want to try them all. Let me just get a piece of this one. I can just tell from the first bite. I was like, yeah. Put truffle butter on that one. I heard it.
Next, a sports analyst praises Travis for getting Taylor's clearance before posting couple pics, because even touchdowns need approval. Meanwhile, Kylie Kelce calls out the 110% myth of parenting.
I do think that they come out who they are.
Yeah.
I think just like being yourself, that you interact with your kids, they sort of like pick up on all of that. And so they start to have little bits of your tendencies regardless.
And let's be honest, Taylor didn't just date a football star, she transformed him into a billion-dollar brand. Finally, we break down the 7 genius business lessons you can learn from the woman who turned glitter, heartbreak, and friendship bracelets into an economic masterclass. The Swifties are spiraling again, and this time it's very wild. Fans are fully convinced that Taylor Swift just pulled off the sneakiest cameo of her career by dressing up in a full-blown bear costume to surprise attack her honey-soaked boyfriend Travis Kelce in Happy Gilmore 2. Yep, you heard that right. From Grammy stage to bear cage, apparently. Here's how it all snowballed. Netflix dropped some behind-the-scenes footage from the latest Adam Sandler comedy Chaos Fest, and the Swiftie internet goes full CSI. Travis pops up as this spicy maitre d' who fires a busboy played by Bad Bunny and later ends up tied up, half naked, lathered in honey like he's auditioning for Winnie the Pooh After Dark and about to be mauled by a bear. Casual. Now fans are convinced that the mystery bear ready to pounce is none other than Taylor herself. The internet comments lit up like a Christmas tree in July. Everyone's like, wait, is that Taylor in that suit? Followed by, please let this be real, I need it to be real. And probably someone building a PowerPoint presentation breaking down the bear's posture and walking style. The theory got even juicier when Taylor posted a review of Happy Gilmore 2, calling it cackling and cheering level funny and, get this, dropped a cheeky honey emoji, because why not throw gas on the Swiftie fire? Anyway, was Taylor in the bear suit? No one's saying, but insiders are already whispering that the idea wouldn't be totally out of character. After all, this is the same woman who dropped clues about an album in nail polish colors. So naturally, now that Travis is all over the place, from bear bait to business tycoon, he's teaming up with his bromantic other half, Patrick Mahomes, to open a steakhouse. Because apparently catching touchdowns and catching Taylor Swift wasn't enough, now he's catching truffle butter flights too. The duo is calling their joint venture 1587 Prime, a name that basically screams, we lift weights but we also know what a demi-glaze is. Set to launch soon in Kansas City, the place is going for modern American steakhouse with vibes, which roughly translates to expensive meat and probably a burger named after a Super Bowl. A teaser video already dropped where Patrick is absolutely losing his mind over truffle butter like it's a fourth quarter comeback, while Travis is in full food lover mode, talking about butter like it's a touchdown pass. He's telling Pat, you need this in your life, dog, as if they discovered gold, not garlic herb dairy. They've even got custom hats for the restaurant because of course they do. You're not really opening a business in 2025 unless there's merch involved. Travis wore his on his latest New Heights episode, while Pat rocked his next to his mini Mahomes squad. Baby Bronze and Little Golden are probably already co-owners at this rate. And yes, Travis has had quite the glow-up. New contract, movie cameos, full-on love story with the biggest pop star on earth. But now he's diving into hospitality like he's trying to earn a Michelin star and a 4th Super Bowl ring at the same time. Word is, this whole venture is his way of saying thanks to Kansas City for the love, the loyalty, and probably for forgiving him for that mustache phase. And while he's serving up filet mignon with truffle butter in one hand, Travis is clearly taking notes from his in-house PR genius when it comes to Instagram, because yep, the man apparently gets clearance before posting anything that involves Taylor Swift. Clearance. Like he's launching a missile or trying to leak Area 51 footage. But hey, when your girlfriend is basically the Beyoncé of brand control, You do not go rogue with a photo dump. Until recently, Travis hadn't posted a single cozy selfie with Taylor, even though they've been an item since dinosaurs roamed the earth. All their lovey-dovey moments were served to fans via paparazzi or grainy fan cams. So when he finally broke the silence with a dreamy little IG carousel, the internet straight up lost it. Sharp-eyed Swifties immediately clocked the soft lighting, the matcha core aesthetic, and of course the most iconic detail, Taylor's face as Travis's phone lock screen. The man's walking around with her as his literal home button. Then fans noticed he shared exactly 13 pics, Taylor's spiritual number. Coincidence? Please. This post had her fingerprints all over it, minus the red lipstick smudge. Insiders are saying, yep, that post absolutely had to go through the Swift filter first. Travis may be a 3-time Super Bowl champ, but even he's not bold enough to hit share without the Queen's royal thumbs up. Not because she's controlling, because she gets it. The woman's basically the Steve Jobs of storytelling, but with friendship bracelets and a global fan base, she knows what looks natural, what reads authentic, and what's going to melt 15 million hearts by breakfast. Meanwhile, over in the Philly branch of Camp Kelce, Kylie's reminding folks that not everyone's living at 110%, and honestly, bless her for it. She basically got on her podcast and told the world to calm the heck down, especially when it comes to judging parents who aren't auditioning for Super Nanny 24/7.
I do think that they come out who they are.
Yeah.
I think just like being yourself, that you interact with your kids, they sort of like pick up on all of that. And so they start to have little bits of your tendencies regardless.
Now, she wasn't naming names, but you know she was talking about those internet detectives who lose their minds every time Jason Kelce dares to lie down for 5 seconds after surviving an NFL practice. Like, sorry, Karen, the man just spent 4 hours getting body slammed and now he's still chucking footballs to his toddler like he's in the puppy bowl. One video had him tossing a ball while horizontal, and some folks acted like he was training her for the Westminster Dog Show. Relax. She's not chasing a stick. She's chasing dad vibes. Kylie, legend that she is, came through with receipts and parenting logic. She name-dropped Bluey like it was gospel and pointed to the whale episode, aka the sacred scrolls of millennial parenting, where even the cartoon dog parents are too wiped to play, and that's okay, because sometimes being horizontal is the activity.
I'm going to tell you one of my favorite ones. I think this is most parents' favorites, Bluey. First of all, short episodes. Another one that is very rewatchable, Peppa Pig. It's simple. It is lovely. It is honestly kind of funny.
And don't forget, Jason might be retired now, but training camp was no joke. Back in the day, he was practically living in a hotel like he was a touring rock star, except way less room service and way more bruises. Kylie said their quality time during camp was just unconscious side-by-side sleeping. No breakfast, no dinners, just vibes and occasional snoring. She's not asking for pity, just a little perspective, because being a parent isn't about doing Olympic-level parenting at all hours.
He wasn't home for dinner. He wasn't home for breakfast. So while Jason was playing, we had Wyatt, Ellie, and Benny. Even when Jason would stay at home for training camp, it was still the only thing we got to do was like sleep next to each other. In an effort for the girls to see Jason and to get to play with him and sort of enjoy some time, we would go to training camp probably once or twice a week. But the girls would love to go to training camp.
And speaking of Olympic-level performances, enter Taylor Swift, who didn't just waltz into Travis Kelce's life, she full-on stage dived into the NFL and turned the whole league into her side stage. What started as a cute romance quickly turned into a billion-dollar branding tornado with glitter, confetti, and a jersey sales spike that made Wall Street weep. Before Taylor showed up at Arrowhead, Travis was already killing it, multi-time Pro Bowler, 2 shiny Super Bowl rings, and more endorsements than your average Wheaties box. But let's be real. Outside of fantasy leagues and sports bars, most people knew him as that big dude with good hands. Then boom, Tay walks in with a red lipstick and 92 million Swifties, and suddenly Travis goes from tight end to full-blown pop culture icon with the speed of a Kansas City touchdown. Once she started popping up at games, the Chiefs weren't just playing football, they were starring in an international rom-com with special guest appearances by friendship bracelets and screaming girls in bedazzled jerseys. Chiefs owner reportedly confirmed what we all already suspected. merch sales went kaboom, female fan numbers went skyrocket, and Kelce's jersey sales pulled a full Beyoncé at Coachella, up 400% overnight. That's not a marketing strategy, that's sorcery. TV ratings? Forget it. Even the networks were like, we only got 25 seconds of her per game, only? Meanwhile, advertisers were salivating harder than Jason Kelce in front of a cheesesteak. Every time she blinked from the VIP suite, 7 million new viewers tuned in. And don't get us started on Travis's glow-up. Suddenly, the guy is getting invites to Met Gala pre-parties, his podcast is charting like a Drake single, and brands are throwing contracts at him like beads at Mardi Gras. His Instagram turned into a Pinterest board of boyfriend material. And speaking of turning boyfriends into brands, let's talk about how Taylor is now being taught in actual classrooms like she's a whole MBA program in heels. Yep, while most celebs are launching tequila brands or skincare lines, Taylor's getting turned into college curriculum and business Bibles. One brainy consultant decided to put her academic hat on and basically declared, why study Wall Street when you can study Taylor's version? So this economic genius cooked up a course that fuses cognitive science and economics, aka brainy stuff, all through the glittery lens of Miss Swift. And no surprise, the course blew up faster than Eras Tour tickets. They had to cap enrollment at 44 students because of course they did. 44 songs, 44 kids, divine symmetry. There's now a wait list longer than the line at a Taylor merch truck. Lesson 1. Find your niche and own it like it's real estate. Taylor clocked that the country scene was lacking emotional teenage chaos, slid in with a guitar and some eyeliner, and the rest is mascara-stained history. Lesson 2. Balance like a boss. She flips genres like pancakes but never loses her core fans, which is how you keep both Spotify streams and grandma's approval. Also, shout out to her loyalty game. She lifts other women up like she's running a feminist Avenger squad. And as for haters, Taylor doesn't just shake it off, she monetizes the mess. Turned her Kanye feud into a full-blown empowerment arc, and taught a generation how to clap back with class and a catchy bridge. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.